When you think of South Africa, certain images come to mind. But what if I told you there's so much more than you expected? These 20 facts will open a window to the hidden side of the country, the side that doesn't usually make it into travel videos. So let's get started, and make sure you subscribe and give a like. You won't regret staying. 1. South Africa is one of the world's largest platinum producers. Platinum might sound like just another shiny metal, but in South Africa, it is big business and a vital part of the economy. The country holds the majority of the planet's known platinum reserves, especially in the Bushveld Igneous Complex, a geological treasure chest that stretches for hundreds of miles. This makes South Africa the leading supplier, providing well over 70% of global demand. Platinum is not only used in jewelry, but also in catalytic converters that reduce pollution from cars, as well as in electronics and even in medical equipment. Entire towns and livelihoods depend on these mines, and international markets closely watch the South African platinum trade because its price directly influences global industries. It is a perfect example of how natural resources can shape a nation's position in the world. 2. One of the world's largest great white shark populations lives in South Africa. When people think of South Africa's coastline, it is not just about surfing or sunbathing, it is also home to some of the ocean's most feared predators. The waters around False Bay, Gansbaai, and Mossel Bay are famous for having one of the largest populations of great white sharks anywhere on Earth. These giants, sometimes reaching lengths of over 20 feet, thrive here because of the abundant seal colonies that provide a steady food source. Tourists from around the globe travel to South Africa to experience cage diving, where you can come face to face with these legendary hunters in complete safety. Scientists also flock here, as the behavior of South Africa's great whites, including their spectacular airborne hunting leaps, is rarely seen elsewhere. While terrifying to some, these sharks play a crucial role in maintaining the balance of the marine ecosystem. 3. Durban is home to one of the world's largest Indian communities. When people picture South Africa, they often imagine wildlife or European influences, but Durban adds another fascinating layer to the story. The city is home to one of the largest Indian communities outside of India, a result of the indentured laborers brought in by the British during the 19th century to work on sugarcane plantations. Today, this community has flourished into a vibrant cultural force, shaping Durban's identity in food, religion, and daily life. Walk through the city and you will smell the irresistible aroma of curries, bunny chow, and spices drifting from local kitchens and markets. Hindu temples, mosques, and Sikh gurdwaras stand proudly across neighborhoods, reflecting the diversity that makes Durban unique. The Indian population here has not only enriched the city's economy, but has also created a cultural fusion unlike anywhere else in Africa. 4. Nelson Mandela spent much of his imprisonment on Robben Island. Robben Island, just off the coast of Cape Town, looks peaceful from afar, but it carries one of the darkest chapters in South Africa's history. This small island was once a maximum security prison where political prisoners, including Nelson Mandela, were kept during the apartheid years. Mandela spent 18 of his 27 years of imprisonment here, confined to a tiny cell with little more than a mat and bucket. Despite the harsh conditions, crushing limestone quarry labor, limited food, and isolation, Mandela and other freedom fighters continued to educate one another, debate ideas, and keep hope alive. The island has since been transformed into a UNESCO World Heritage Site and museum, visited by thousands every year who want to step inside Mandela's cell and feel the weight of history. Robben Island stands today as both a painful reminder of oppression and a powerful symbol of resilience and freedom. 5. South Africa officially recognizes 11 languages. Few countries on Earth embrace linguistic diversity like South Africa. The nation has 11 official languages, making it one of the most multilingual states in the world. English may be the language of business and politics, but Zulu and Xhosa are the most widely spoken at home, while Afrikaans remains a strong cultural force. Then there are languages like Tswana, Sotho, Venda, Tsonga, Swati, Ndebele, and Northern Sotho, each representing a unique heritage and identity. This mosaic of languages reflects the country's complex history of indigenous cultures, colonial influence, and the blending of communities. On street signs, government documents, or even television, you will often see multiple languages used side by side. While it can be challenging for communication, it also ensures that South Africa's many voices are heard and respected. It is a daily reminder that unity in diversity is more than just a slogan here. It is lived reality. 6. The Ndebele houses are famous for their colorful, geometric paintings. In the wide landscapes of South Africa, the homes of the Ndebele people stand out like living canvases. Their walls are decorated with striking geometric patterns, painted in bold colors such as red, yellow, blue, and black. These designs are not just for beauty, they carry symbolic meanings, often representing family milestones, cultural identity, and resilience. Historically, Ndebele women were the artists, carefully passing the skill from one generation to the next, and the houses became powerful symbols of pride and resistance during the apartheid era. Even today, visitors to rural Mpumalanga or Gauteng are amazed at how entire villages shine with these dazzling artworks. The tradition has also influenced modern fashion, jewelry, and even architecture, with Ndebele-inspired patterns appearing on international runways. These homes are more than buildings. They are a living gallery that tells the story of a community determined to keep its identity vibrant and unbroken. 7. Locals treat braai, or grilling, almost like a religion. In South Africa, cooking meat over an open flame is far more than just preparing dinner. It is a social ritual known as braai. Families and friends gather around the fire, not only to eat, but to bond, laugh, and share stories late into the evening. The word comes from Afrikaans, meaning to grill, but the concept belongs to everyone, across cultures and languages. Traditional braai includes boerewors sausages, lamb chops, chicken, and sometimes even fish, all paired with salads, pap, or fresh bread. What makes braai special is not only the food, but the atmosphere. The fire becomes the centerpiece of community and celebration. In fact, Heritage Day, a national holiday in September, is often nicknamed National Braai Day. For South Africans, lighting the fire is an act of togetherness, almost sacred, and a tradition that continues to unite people across every background. 8. Sun City was built from nothing as a casino and resort attraction. Rising out of the dry bushveld of the Northwest Province, Sun City feels almost unreal. Built in the late 1970s by entrepreneur Sol Kerzner, it was designed as a luxury escape with casinos, hotels, golf courses, and even an artificial beach. What made it controversial at the time was that it stood inside the so-called homeland of Bophuthatswana, which allowed gambling and entertainment that were otherwise banned in apartheid South Africa. As a result, Sun City became both a glamorous playground for the rich and a symbol of political debate. International stars like Queen and Elton John performed there, sparking boycotts abroad but drawing huge local crowds. Today, the resort is still a major tourist attraction, famous for its grand palace of the Lost City Hotel and its wave pool. It proves how one bold idea transformed empty land into one of South Africa's most iconic destinations. 9. South Africa's film industry is growing quickly, especially around Cape Town. While Hollywood and Bollywood dominate global cinema, Cape Town has quietly become a favorite spot for international filmmakers. Its unique combination of mountains, beaches, vineyards, and cityscapes allows it to double as almost any location in the world, from New York streets to Mediterranean villages. Big productions like Mad Max, Fury Road, and Blood Diamond have been shot here, alongside countless commercials and fashion shoots. The city also offers modern studios, skilled crews, and relatively low production costs, making it highly attractive for foreign companies. At the same time, a vibrant local film industry is rising, with South African directors gaining recognition at international festivals. The annual Durban International Film Festival further promotes African cinema to global audiences. This growing reputation has put South Africa firmly on the map of world filmmaking, turning Cape Town into the continent's unofficial movie capital. 10. The clock tower of Cape Town's City Hall was shipped from England and modelled after Big Ben. Cape Town's Grand City Hall, completed in the early 1900s, is one of the city's most recognisable landmarks. What makes it special is the massive clock tower that dominates its facade. The clock and bells were actually manufactured in England and shipped all the way to South Africa, carefully assembled to resemble the style of London's Big Ben. For more than a century, its chimes have echoed across the city, marking time for generations of Cape Townians. The building itself has witnessed key historical events, including Nelson Mandela's first public speech after his release from prison in 1990. Standing on the balcony of City Hall, with the Big Ben-inspired clock overhead, Mandela addressed the nation and the world. Today, the clock tower is more than just an architectural detail. It represents the blending of colonial heritage and South Africa's own powerful history. 11. One of the world's longest wine cellars is found in the Western Cape. South Africa's Western Cape is a paradise for wine lovers, but hidden beneath the rolling vineyards lies a record-breaking secret. The KWV wine cellar in Paarl stretches for miles underground, making it one of the longest wine cellars on the planet. Built in the early 20th century, it was designed to store and age massive quantities of wine and brandy, reflecting the scale of South Africa's booming wine industry. Imagine endless tunnels lined with giant barrels, each holding thousands of liters, aging gracefully in the cool, stable climate below ground. The cellar has become legendary not only for its size, but also for the quality of the wines that emerge from it, especially Pinotage, South Africa's signature grape. Visitors can tour parts of this vast underground world, walking through hallways that feel more like a labyrinth than a cellar. It is a testament to the country's deep-rooted winemaking tradition. 12. Kruger National Park is home to more than 500 bird species. When people think of Kruger, they often imagine lions, elephants, or rhinos, but the park is just as much a paradise for bird lovers. With over 500 bird species recorded, it is one of the richest avian habitats in Africa. From the giant martial eagle soaring overhead to the colorful lilac-breasted roller perched on branches, every corner of the park offers something spectacular. Rare species like the southern ground, hornbill, or the Pell's fishing owl are sought-after sightings for enthusiasts. Seasonal migrations bring even more diversity, turning the park into a living symphony of calls and colors. Birdwatchers from across the world travel to Kruger specifically for this reason, often spending days scanning the skies and riverbanks. This incredible variety shows that the park is not only about the famous Big Five, but also about the hundreds of smaller, winged wonders that complete its ecosystem. Scene. South African coins often feature local animals. Money in South Africa is more than just currency. It is also a celebration of the country's unique wildlife. Look closely at the coins, and you will see creatures like the springbok, antelope, wildebeest, kudu, and even birds, each chosen as a national symbol. This design choice reflects how deeply nature is tied to the country's identity. The springbok, for example, is not only on the coins, but also the emblem of the national rugby team, making it instantly recognizable around the world. These coins travel through millions of hands every day, quietly reminding people of the beauty and diversity of South Africa's fauna. For tourists, they often become small souvenirs, easy to carry, yet full of meaning. It is a subtle but powerful way of keeping wildlife at the heart of national pride, right in people's pockets. 14. Durban's port is the busiest seaport in Africa. Stretching along the Indian Ocean, Durban's harbour is not only massive in size, but also vital for trade across the entire continent. Handling millions of tons of cargo every year, it is Africa's busiest seaport, linking South Africa to markets in Asia, Europe, and the Americas. The port is so large that it includes multiple terminals for containers, cars, bulk goods, and even cruise ships. This constant movement makes Durban a lifeline for the national economy, supporting thousands of jobs in shipping, logistics, and related industries. What makes it even more remarkable is that it lies next to golden beaches and tourist hotspots, blending heavy industry with leisure in a unique way. For travelers arriving by cruise, the first sight of Durban is its bustling port, a symbol of how South Africa connects to the wider world. 15. Melrose House in Pretoria was the site of the Boer War peace talks. In the heart of Pretoria stands Melrose House, a Victorian mansion that looks elegant and calm today, but once witnessed one of South Africa's most significant historical moments. During the Second Anglo-Boer War, British forces used the house as their headquarters, and in 1902, the Treaty of Vereeniging was signed here. This treaty officially ended the war between the British Empire and the Boer republics, reshaping the country's future under colonial control. Walking through Melrose House now feels like stepping back in time. Its stained glass windows, ornate furniture, and period rooms still echo with the weight of decisions made within its walls. The mansion has since been preserved as a museum, allowing visitors to stand in the very space where history shifted. It is a reminder that even the most beautiful homes can carry stories of conflict, negotiation, and eventual change. 16. South Africa's eagles rank among the largest birds of prey. South Africa's skies are home to some of the most impressive raptors on Earth. The martial eagle, for example, is one of the heaviest and most powerful eagles in the world, with wings stretching over 7 feet. These giants are capable of hunting animals as large as antelope calves and monkeys, a testament to their strength and precision. Other remarkable species include the crowned eagle, known for its agility in forests, and the Verreaux's eagle, often seen soaring over rocky cliffs. Spotting one of these majestic birds in flight is unforgettable. Their commanding presence dominates the horizon. Sadly, like many predators, they face threats from habitat loss and human activity, making conservation efforts vital. For birdwatchers and photographers, South Africa offers rare opportunities to observe these raptors up close, reminding us of the raw power and beauty that nature holds in its talons. 17. Durban is home to one of the world's largest mosques, the Juma Masjid. In the busy heart of Durban, the Juma Masjid Mosque rises as both a spiritual center and an architectural marvel. First built in the late 19th century and expanded over the years, it is today considered one of the largest mosques in the Southern Hemisphere. Its elegant minarets, arch windows, and intricate details reflect the deep Indian and Islamic influence in the city. The mosque is not only a place of worship, but also a hub for community life, education, and cultural events. During Friday prayers, thousands of worshippers gather, filling the mosque and the surrounding streets with a powerful sense of unity. For visitors, the Juma Masjid offers a glimpse into Durban's multicultural identity, where African, European, and Indian traditions blend seamlessly. It stands as a reminder that South Africa's richness is not only in its landscapes, but also in its diverse faiths and communities. 18. Cape Town's Camps Bay Beach is one of the most photographed in the world. Nestled beneath the dramatic backdrop of the 12 Apostles mountain range, Camps Bay is no ordinary stretch of sand. Its combination of soft white beaches, turquoise waters, and chic promenade lined with cafes and bars has made it an icon of Cape Town. Tourists and locals alike flock here to watch sunsets that paint the sky with pink and orange, creating postcard-perfect scenes. Photographers, influencers, and filmmakers are drawn to its natural beauty, making Camps Bay one of the most captured beaches worldwide. Beyond the scenery, the area is also a hub of luxury, with stylish villas and trendy restaurants overlooking the Atlantic Ocean. Yet, what keeps people coming back is the atmosphere, relaxed, vibrant, and irresistibly South African. With every photo taken, Camps Bay continues to prove why it is one of the country's most celebrated coastal gems. 19. One of the world's longest zip lines is found near Sun City. If you are looking for an adrenaline rush in South Africa, head to the Magaliesberg Mountains near Sun City. Here you will find the world-famous zip line that stretches for more than a mile, sending riders soaring at speeds of up to 100 miles per hour. Suspended high above the rugged valleys, it offers breathtaking views of cliffs, forests, and open savanna, though most people are too busy screaming with excitement to notice the scenery. The sheer length and speed of this ride make it one of the longest and fastest zip lines on Earth, a true bucket list adventure for thrill seekers. Safety gear and professional guides ensure the experience is both exhilarating and secure. For tourists visiting Sun City, this zipline has become as iconic as the resort itself, proving that South Africa is just as much about adventure as it is about wildlife and culture. 20. South Africa's flag is one of the newest national flags in the world. Unveiled in 1994, at the dawn of democracy, South Africa's flag is more than just a symbol. It is a statement of unity and renewal. Unlike many flags with centuries of history, this one is a modern design created to represent a new beginning after the end of apartheid. Its bold Y shape symbolizes convergence, showing how different paths and cultures come together into one nation. Each color has meaning, from green fields to blue skies, black and white communities, red sacrifice, and gold wealth, though officially the palette was chosen for inclusivity rather than strict symbolism. Within a short time, the flag has become instantly recognizable around the world, waving proudly at sports events, international gatherings, and on every street in the country. It is one of the youngest, yet most powerful national flags, embodying South Africa's journey of struggle, resilience, and hope. 21. South African prisons have been turned into tourist attractions today. While the word prison usually conjures up images of fear and punishment, in South Africa, several former prisons now serve as museums and cultural landmarks. The most famous is Robben Island, where Nelson Mandela and countless other political prisoners were once held, now a UNESCO World Heritage Site drawing visitors from all over the globe. But it is not the only one. Johannesburg's Old Fort Prison, also known as Constitution Hill, once housed freedom fighters and ordinary citizens under brutal apartheid laws. Today, it has been transformed into a powerful museum and home of South Africa's Constitutional Court, symbolizing justice rising from oppression. In Bloemfontein, the historic Ramkraal prison is being preserved as part of a heritage site. These places invite tourists to walk through cold cells, read prisoner writings, and reflect on how far the nation has come. What were once places of suffering are now windows into history, educating and inspiring future generations. That was 20 fascinating facts that show South Africa is so much more than the usual cliches. From platinum mines to colorful Ndebele houses, from Braais to breathtaking beaches, this country never stops surprising. If you enjoyed discovering these stories, don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. It really helps more people find these videos. I'd also love to hear your thoughts, corrections, or even your own experiences with South Africa down in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I promise the next video will bring you even more surprises from around the world.